Hey again, it's Kevin from Kevin's Barbecue Joints with another tour. This one is Cruda Brand BBQ in Crosby, Texas. This one is awesome. I love it when couples go into business. This is Isaac and Vanessa. There's something special about when couples have a restaurant or a barbecue joint. I can name a bunch of people in the industry that I love because they're a couple and you can see the dynamic. I think it really fuels them and drives them to continue to be better. And not only does the food look great, we get a tour of the entire location and they have a drive-thru, which is really cool. So following this is a drone shot and we actually go through the drive-thru. That's really cool. Thank you, Jose, for filming that. They recently transitioned this year from pop-ups to the brick-and-mortar. So if you're in the Houston area, be sure to support them. Thank you guys for doing the tour. I know you guys will really dig this.
All right, so right here we have our brisket mac and cheese egg rolls. So that's that same mac and cheese that you see on the steam table and our chopped brisket put inside an egg roll wrap. And then these would be the Texas Twinkie egg rolls. So you got cream cheese, brisket, jalapeno, bacon, all crammed into one egg roll. This is our brisket tostada that we're running as a special today for Tex-Mex Thursday. This is the brisket gordita that we're running as a special today. This is gonna be our brisket grilled cheese. This is probably one of our most popular menu items along with these egg rolls. And then this is our elote taco. So it's a thick slice of brisket, Oaxaca cheese on the bottom, and then our corn casserole and pickled onions on top. This is gonna be just our corn casserole side. This is our all beef, salt, pepper, garlic, and mustard seed link. This is our smoked turkey, which sits in a butter bath after it's glazed with honey. So we hold it in butter and honey basically the whole duration of it rests. Green beans. This is our pork belly burnt-ins. Today we got a cherry chipotle. Our house-made mac and cheese with our house-made cheese sauce. Our spare ribs, Texas Twinkie, and then some good moist brisket. Hi, this is Isaac with Cruda Brand BBQ here in Crosby, Texas. Let me take you inside. So the difference I think between us and most other barbecue restaurants is you'll come in and you'll see our menu right up here, and then you'll order down on the other end. But the reason for that is we'll bring the food out to you and after we make your plate. So whether you order to go or you're dining in, we'll have someone walk the food out to you, come and greet you, come say hi and check on you. Come down this way. This is where you're gonna be ordering at. We'll have someone here at the register to take your order. Custom Cruda sign, cut out with plasma, stainless steel on the wall, painted up, done by my brother-in-law. Okay. This is where you order at. We got our full menu up on the TVs here. And then when you come in, you'll also see our specials on the board daily. We have different specials. Today we got Tex-Mex Thursday going on. So today for Tex-Mex Thursday, we're gonna have the brisket tostadas. We have a brisket gordita plate, and then we have the smoked barbacoa tacos. Probably one of the most popular dishes is gonna be the smoked barbacoa and the brisket tostadas and gorditas. We also run brisket enchiladas. That's another one of the popular items we do on Tex-Mex Thursday. And then each day, we change up the burn-in flavor. So today for Tex-Mex Thursday, we're running a cherry chipotle, but on any given day, you can get strawberry jalapeno, peach bourbon, pecan pie flavored burn-ins. We just mix it up daily. So we're open Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesdays we do our Wing Wednesday specials. We also run a hot honey special. So we incorporate hot honey with baby back ribs, with wings, with smoked and fried half chicken. Thursday's our Tex-Mex day. Fridays is your normal barbecue day, but we'll throw in a special, maybe a $10 pulled pork sandwich or $8 smash burger. Saturdays we do our beef ribs. And then Sundays we open at 11:30 and we serve brunch from 11:30 to 2. With that, you can get pork belly and waffles. You can get wings and waffles. We also do a sunrise taco, which is a slice of brisket with Oaxaca cheese with a sunny side up egg. All right, so those are our specials. Now let's go over the full menu. So you can get brisket by the half pound or by the full pound. We also carry brisket quesadillas, brisket grilled cheese, Texas Twinkies. We do our own custom sausage here. We do poblano-queso fresco. We do an all beef mustard seed link that's really popular. But one of the most popular things that we do sell is, and one of my favorites, is the Texas Twinkies. So for us, we hit it with a sweet glaze. So you'll get a little sweet heat along with the jalapeno and cream cheese and then the smoky flavor from the brisket. And that's one of the top selling items that we have here. Sell out of those usually every day. So when you come in, you have several different options for the meat. So you can get a 1 meat, 2 meat, 3 meat, or you can get a half pound, full pound, or you can build your own tray here. So if you want to get a rack of ribs and a couple pounds of brisket, a couple pounds of turkey, we can do that for you as well. You kind of build your own tray, pick out your own meats and how many sides and everything that you want. We got brisket corn casserole. That's one of our house-made sides. Our potato salad is made in-house. Our baked beans is my grandma's recipe. All of our stuff is made fresh daily. Everything is made in-house, from the sides to the desserts. So on the desserts, we do a homemade Rolo cookie. We also have a tres leches style banana pudding poke cake. And then we also offer our banana pudding. As we're walking back into the kitchen, you're gonna be able to catch Walter doing some trimming right now. So he's trimming up all these briskets for tomorrow's cook. His briskets will sit in the walk-in overnight and let that seasoning soak up into them. Mm-hmm. So get some of that good salt and pepper and the other secret stuff we use. So Walter's job here is a little bit of everything, right? So he's gotten down to trimming very well. I think he out-trims me for sure now. Way better than what I was on trimming. He seasons all the meats, kind of just overall quality, right? So he's helps on the griddle. He does a little bit of everything. He's my right-hand man, right? So like checks on everything for me, make sure everything's running good, make sure the fires are burning good when I'm not around here on the pits.
Hello everybody, I'm Walter. I'm the right-hand man of Isaac. Pretty much whatever you need, I got him. That's my boy. Shoot. Basically, I do 95% of the trimming, like you said earlier. You know what I mean? I'm very hands-on. I have a big passion in barbecue. I love it. Like, I can do this anytime. Sick, dead, I'm dying somewhere. Shoot, I come barbecue. Well, pretty much, I got inspired by it from my dad. He did a company barbecue competition at his job. So basically, he placed in everything. Like he was, third in chicken, second in beef, and first in ribs. And that's what I like to thrive on for real. Like I love to cook ribs. You know what I'm saying? Also after that, I became 20 years old. I decided like I'm gonna barbecue one day. You know what I mean? I did it on my birthday. Everything came out good. You know what I mean? Like it was a little spicy because at the time I was like a firebug. Like my dad had me being a guinea pig for his hot sauce, which I wish I had that recipe right now. So basically after that, I went to school a little bit at Le Cordon Bleu around like 2013-ish. I didn't graduate. I went for about like 7 months, but I got basically the basics. You know what I'm saying? They didn't teach me anything about barbecue. Another reason why I kind of left. I ain't gonna lie. And plus, shit. What, $70,000 for the whole class? I went 7 months and I owed $10K, so. But I learned more from Isaac than shit all that time I was there. Like, he put me on big game. Like, I didn't know how to even, I was messing up briskets when I first started trimming, and I like, take a look at them. Like, I know how to round them out, make them nice and pretty. Some of these up there slicing, it just looks so perfect.
All right, yeah, so we have talked about getting a second location. That is the plans in the future, and I mean the plan would be Walter helped me start this one up here, so I would like for him to move up in management and run our second location. That's always been the plan, that's always been talked about. So I mean, Walter's been with me since we opened the doors. He was with me on the food truck. I think a lot of people don't even know that. Like, we actually started from a trailer rolling off a Blackstone griddle. Did that for 2 years. Bought a food truck. Did the food truck for 2 years. Did a year in Crosby. So we're talking 4 years down the road. Then we moved into the brick and mortar here in Crosby. So with our briskets, we always hit it with a mustard binder. We always go salt, pepper first. And I think a big difference in us is we season all the way around the brisket, right? So we're hitting all the corners, all the sides, not only the fat cap, but we're also hitting the bottom of the brisket too, so that you're able to get flavor all the way around the brisket. And see, and I think also too is like a lot of guys, I feel like they're doing all their seasoning in a tub, and we don't do that here. We layer each coating of what we do. So like salt, pepper first, onion, garlic powder, and we do it the same way every single time. And then we also, on our fat cap, we top it with black pepper at the end of it. And so on our briskets, the way we season them, each brisket's seasoned individually. So we're not just throwing them in a tub, flipping them around. We're touching each and every one of these, seasoning it, layering every single brisket that we cook. Yeah, so our final stage of the brisket seasoning is we'll hit it with another layer of black pepper, and it kind of, to me, it helps us with our bark, and it just helps with a good texture on the bark. That's how we started using the McLaren Farms. We've been really happy with that product, the consistency of it, the cooks on the brisket. You get a really, really nice fatty content on both the lean and the moist side. I think that's the difference with the McLaren product, the marbling on the lean. You get a lot more marbling with the lean, just overall better quality. And that's what we aim for, right? Like good cut of meat, start it, and then hit it with some good smoke. This building was actually the old Goings Barbecue building. They shut down the Crosby location, and we came in and we took over. So this building does have some history. I believe they were around for around 18 to 20 years here in Crosby. So it's kind of cool to be able to move in here and kind of keep the history of Goings in a way going on any given typical day. So our normal routine is starting briskets about 7:45 to 8 o'clock. I'll come in here and throw on all the briskets first, get the pit going, and then we'll throw on all the small proteins that we're gonna cook for the day. So all of our pork belly, our ribs, our turkey, any of our sausages, they'll go on this pit typically. But our first cook on this pit before we throw the sausages is gonna be all of our pork belly, turkey, ribs, and we burn those hot and fast. We typically cook those high temps within 2 to 3 hours. We'll have them all done. That's the difference between our smoke on our smaller proteins versus the larger proteins like your briskets, beef ribs, things like that. So we got 2 Southern Pride smokers inside. We have also a 500-gallon offset Galindo smoker that we use. We bring out. There's a lot of times where we'll use all 3 of them. So whether we're doing sausage or linking up sausage, cold smoking sausage, we'll bring out the 500-gallon, do some cold smokes on there. Or if we have a really heavy day, we'll bring out the offset and we'll smoke some briskets on the rotisseries and the offset smoker. So the difference in the cook, what we just recently changed up was we were doing a shorter rest period. We were probably doing 6 to 8 hour rest. And now what we've been doing is we're giving it a good 12-hour smoke, pulling them, wrapping them, and we're resting them overnight at about 180 degrees. So we're getting the same amount of rest as cook. So we're doing a 12-hour cook and a 12 to 14-hour rest. And that's really helped out with the quality and just the tenderness and juiciness of the brisket. So he's pulling off ribs right now. These are the ones we had going since this morning. Those went on around 8 o'clock. And we're using the Southern Pride's rotisseries. And unlike everybody else, we're probably one of the few, we don't use oak. So we're smoking with mesquite and pecan, probably about a 60-40 split, 60% pecan, 40% mesquite. I like the mesquite at the beginning of the cooks to kind of soak in some of that mesquite smoke on the briskets. This pit right here is typically our hot and fast kind of smaller proteins. The other Southern Pride we're using for our brisket cooks. Right now we have on around 18 briskets for Friday. We can take a look at those. So these are all of our briskets cooking for tomorrow. So these are Friday's briskets. We're smoking everything 12 to 13 hours before we wrap. We go low and slow all day. We start off the cook typically around 190 to 200 degrees for the first few hours, and then we start cranking them up. All these briskets are usually going on around 7:45 in the morning, and they're getting pulled around 8:30 at the latest. These rotisseries, we feel like we got them dialed in real good now. We're getting a real good cook on them. We just recently switched over from CAB, Certified Angus Beef, and now we're using McLaren. We've been real happy with that product. It's a product of 44 Farms, same company, same owners. We've been really happy with the briskets and the quality. Let me introduce you to my wife, Vanessa, and she'll kind of tell you what she does here throughout the day. Froze.
I run everything. So I am kind of everywhere. You'll catch me at the register taking orders, or at the drive-thru, or in the back testing out different ingredients for different recipes that we have going on. I program our POS system because Isaac likes to make up specials last minute, and so I got to figure out how to put it in the computer. So that's me. That's what I do. I wasn't always in barbecue. Before this, I was actually an accounts receivable manager for a home services company. Right before we opened here, I was actually laid off. And me being laid off actually allowed us the opportunity to open up faster than we had initially anticipated. And so we kind of just gradually added on more hours and more time until Isaac was actually able to quit his job. So my day-to-day here, you might find me at the register taking orders or training new employees. We got a lot of different high school students that start with us and are part-time, so I'm constantly training and making sure that everybody has the same understanding of our expectations and our standards. You can also catch me in the kitchen sometimes. Well, actually most times I'm in the kitchen. I'm in charge of all of our inventory, all of our ordering. We test out a lot of different recipes that we see and things that we want to try, and figure out if things taste the way that we think that they'll taste. If they make it, we'll put it on the computer, sell it for the day. But we have very high standards, and I'm very picky. I am responsible for all of the prep for all of our sides and the recipes and whatnot, so I do teach all of our new hires how to prep all of our stuff to make sure that we constantly have a supply of inventory and it's ready to go and fresh every day.
All right, so we'll go through our sides and through what we got on the steam table area. So these are our pork belly burnt ends. We got a cherry chipotle today. And then right here, we'll go through some of these sides. So with our mac and cheese, we make our own cheese sauce in-house. We use about 3 or 4 different cheeses and some different spices for it. So we run through quite a bit of mac and cheese every single day. This is one of our top selling sides. We got our green beans. Green beans do have bacon in them, good flavor. We got some refried beans today for Tex-Mex Thursday. So these rice, all of this stuff is homemade. The refried beans are refried in beef tallow, and then all this stuff is made in-house, just like your mom makes it. This is the corn casserole. So this is our brisket corn casserole, kind of our take on an elote. It has our brisket in it. We chop it up and throw it in there. These are our baked beans. So this is actually my grandma's recipe that we've been using here since we had the food truck. And this is our homemade potato salad. We make several fresh batches of potato salad throughout the week. Usually we do 20 pounds at a time on our potato salad, and we'll run through a tray of this in a day. So this is our banana pudding poke cake. So it's similar to a tres leches, but with a banana pudding topping. What they do is they'll let this sit for at least 24 hours and soak up the milk, and then they'll come in the morning and they'll layer the banana pudding on it, and then put the whipped cream and the fresh vanilla wafer on it. And this is just your standard banana pudding. We make this in-house as well. So like I said, all of our desserts are made in-house, made fresh daily. We're baking some fresh cookies. We'll be pulling those out of the oven here in a minute, so you'll be able to see those. It's gonna be our Rolo cookies. All right, so this is a McLaren brisket we've been talking about. This is the moist side that he's cutting into. You can see the fat content on the brisket. Nice smoke ring, good bark. Here's our drive-thru window. This is where they'll be taking your order at. We'll have somebody come up and take your order. And then usually you're able to get your meal within 5 minutes. We offer the full menu here. There's no smaller menu through the drive-thru. You can get a meat plate, you can get a griddle item, a quesadilla, grilled cheese, anything you like, and we'll have it out within 5 minutes. And we're probably, I think, the only one in Houston with a drive-thru that does barbecue. So it's really convenient. You got your kids, you don't want to get out the vehicle, just swing by, we got you. So we used to, when we started, we did pop-ups all over Houston. So we started in 2020, we started during the COVID time, so that's when the bars needed food. So we actually started at Ingenious Brewery in Humble, which is now closed. But we took our trailer there, and that was before we even had the food truck. So we were pulling up, open trailer, pit, setting up a pop-up tent, and then rolling off our griddle and getting set up. So that's the way we got started. Then once we got the food truck, we were just doing different pop-ups throughout Houston, different festivals. And then I landed at William Price Distillery. I did that for about a year while I was living in Crosby, maybe 6 months. And then we had a day that was blocked out on their calendar. It was a Saturday, they had a private event. I booked one day at the fairgrounds in Crosby, set up our trailer. That day we sold out in 3 hours, and ever since then we've been in Crosby. So after that is when we set up our trailer in Crosby at the fairgrounds. We ran that for about a year. I hired someone whose mom knew the owner of this building. Basically, we caught word that the building was gonna go up for sale, and as soon as we found that out, we jumped on it. And I mean, just the way everything worked out, it just kind of fell into place and worked out perfectly for us. And we were happy that it was an old barbecue restaurant that we were able to kind of come in and give new life to, because basically it's just, this building just needed love. And we wanted to bring the Cruda brand into here and do it for the community of Crosby. There was no craft barbecue in Crosby. So we are the first craft barbecue restaurant in Crosby that are doing, barbecue the right way, the way it needs to be.
Talk about community. First responders.
Yeah. So here at La Cruda, we're big on the community. We give discounts to all first responders, to military, to the teachers here at Crosby, Huffman. So any of the teachers that come in, we offer them a discount. All they gotta do is show us their badge. We also are working with the Crosby Education Foundation. We created a shirt, and we're donating a portion of proceeds to the Education Foundation off of every sale of shirts. So us being a part of the community has been a big thing. We also like to do gift card hunts here. So we hide gift cards throughout Crosby, Huffman, Baytown, Dayton, and we drop them throughout the week, and we let people go look for them. And it's a way of just saying thanks and giving back to everybody who comes in and visits us. Thanks, Kevin's Barbecue Joint, for coming out and seeing us. You can find us in Crosby, Texas, 6224 FM 2100. Follow us on all social media at La Cruda Brand BBQ.